We all know the Wolf of Wall Street, the wild story of Jordan Belfort, drugs, yachts, fraud, and fast money. But what if I told you he wasn't the only wolf out there? In fact, there are others, bigger, smarter, bolder, and in some cases, much scarier. Today we're diving into the lives of 5 real-life con artists who shook the financial world, just like Belfort. Let's go beyond the Wolf of Wall Street. 1. Bernie Madoff. First up, the king of all Ponzi schemes, Bernie Madoff. He wasn't some flashy loudmouth like Belfort. He was calm, trusted, a Wall Street insider, and that's what made him dangerous. Madoff scammed investors out of over $60 billion. That's billion with a B. He promised steady returns, and for years everyone believed him. Celebrities, charities, banks, they all gave him their money, until it all collapsed in 2008. He got 150 years in prison, and Jordan, he got off with less than 4. Now who's the real wolf? Second, meet the man whose name became the scam, Charles Ponzi. Back in the 1920s, he promised investors a 50% profit in just 45 days. His trick? Buying and selling postage coupons. Sounds boring, until you realize he never actually made any profit. He just paid old investors with the money from new ones. The crazy part? He didn't invent the idea, but he did it so well, they named the whole scheme after him. That's legacy, the wrong kind. 3. Jeff Skilling, Enron. Next, let's talk about corporate fraud at the highest level. Jeffrey Skilling, the CEO of Enron, once America's 7th largest company. He helped turn Enron into a house of cards, using fake accounting tricks to hide billions in debt. On paper, Enron looked perfect. In reality, it was bleeding money. The collapse wiped out thousands of jobs and retirement funds. Skilling went to prison for 24 years. Belfort stole from rich investors. Skilling destroyed lives. 4th, Elizabeth Holmes. Now let's talk about someone who wore a black turtleneck and promised to change the world. Elizabeth Holmes, founder of Theranos. She claimed her blood testing tech could run hundreds of tests from a single drop of blood. Investors gave her $9 billion. Even big names like Henry Kissinger and Rupert Murdoch backed her. Problem? The tech didn't work. She lied. To doctors, patients, the media, everyone. She was convicted in 2022 and sentenced to over 11 years in prison. Holmes didn't just scam investors, she risked people's health. That's a whole new level of fraud. 5. Billy McFarland. And finally, the Instagram con man. Billy McFarland, the genius behind the infamous Fyre Festival. He promised a luxury music festival in the Bahamas. Private jets, villas, gourmet meals, supermodels. What did people get? Disaster tents, soggy sandwiches, and no music. The whole thing was a scam built on hype and lies. He served 6 years in prison, and even after release, he's back to launching shady ventures. Billy may not be a Wall Street guy, but he's every bit as reckless as Belfort. So what do all these wolves have in common? They knew how to sell a dream. They used charm, confidence, and lies. And they all played with people's trust and lost. Jordan Belfort may be the most famous, but he's far from the only one. The world is full of wolves, some in suits, some in tech, some with Instagram followers. They don't always look dangerous, but they are. So next time someone offers you easy money, ask yourself, is this another Wolf of Wall Street? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, hit subscribe, and tell us, which of these con artists shocked you the most? Drop a comment. We're watching.